Hello, my friends. So I saw this comment on one of my shorts that I had asked, let me know what you want me to talk about. And this comment is from Empress Lore. She says, girl, you look amazing. Thank you. She says, video suggestion is non-skincare related, but on how you can keep looking young like you in your early 20s. Share the details, love. What's your secrets? Well, I am here to spill. If you see my face for the first time, hi, I'm May, and welcome to Look Skincare. Here I talk about skincare, skin bleaching, skin lightening. I talk about lifestyle, beauty, and most importantly, I talk about whatever I want, honey. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, subscribe, grab a seat, sit down. I made some notes. So let's get started. So the first thing is I don't drink. Well, I wouldn't say I don't drink at all, but I'm an occasional drinker. However, I have not had alcohol in more than 6 months. So because I take my supplements, I do IVs and all these skincare things, I just don't take alcohol. But I stopped taking alcohol because of skincare. However, I found that the upside of not taking alcohol, like there's a laundry list of the advantages of not taking alcohol. So I just don't drink. So that's the first thing. I don't drink, so it makes my skin look good. Alcohol ages you. It ages you both inside and out. So that's the first thing. I don't drink. The second thing, I go to the gym. I am a certified gym rat. I gym 5 times a week. I do all the workouts. I lift weights. I'm going to add some videos. I lift weights. I go to dance class, cardio. I am trying to get into calisthenics. I do yoga. I'm not a huge Pilates fan, but I'm trying to get into that as well. But I just do the traditional workouts. I work out 5 times a week on a good week. On a bad week, you know how our period messes with us, I work out at least 3 times a week. So that is my secret. And I lift a lot of weights. Did I mention that? Yes, I lift weights. So the next thing sounds very corny or very cheesy, but it's just hydration. I drink a lot of water. Drink a lot, loads and loads of water. Okay, if you cannot drink water, drink tea, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables. You will be just fine. So that's the other thing that I do. So the next thing I do is I exfoliate my skin. Girl, you know I had to sneak in some skincare in there. I exfoliate my skin 3 times a week. I have been doing that for years, since time immemorial, and it works just fine for me. So I exfoliate. That gives me that nice fresh look. It's just perfect. The next thing is my supplements. Okay, supplements will give you a beautiful glow. There are some things that your body naturally doesn't produce, like vitamin D, right? You have to take your vitamin D. I take glutathione. I take collagen. I take minerals. For my minerals, I choose to go with, I keep forgetting the name of that mineral, but I'm going to put it on the screen. That's a mineral I take. Then I take vitamin D. I take my zinc. Then I take my iron. Okay, so these supplements always just make my skin look really fresh. All right, because I don't go out a lot, so I do have to get some vitamin D one way or another. So the next thing that I do is detox tea. I take my teas every night before I go to bed, and that really helps me with indigestion, acid reflux. It just helps a lot. So that way it breaks down the food that I eat and, you know, just purges it out, just shoo, you know. So that's the other thing that I do. And I do all of these things, take supplements and drink teas, because my sleeping pattern is just horrible. Okay, I don't sleep well. I've never been known to have a good sleeping pattern. So if I could, I would say sleep good if you can, but I just cannot. So I guess there's no peace for the wicked. Anywho, so the next thing is I have a very strict diet. The first thing about that is I don't do sugar. So I don't do sugar, I don't do dairies, I don't do sweets, I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork. I am on a pescatarian diet. I only eat seafood. I love fish. However, I'm not giving up on goat meat. I don't care. There are a few things that I'm not giving up on. There's my goat meat, there's my cake, and there's crepes. Those are my Achilles heels. Those three things are my Achilles heels. I'm not giving up on those. But everything else, I completely gave up on it. Not because I felt like, oh, it was this moral or this ethical thing because save the planet. No, it was not that. It was actually for very selfish reasons. It's because my face was breaking out a lot. And so I came to realize that I had all these food allergies. And so I went on a very strict vegan diet. When I first started, I was like full-blown vegan. When my face cleared up, I just decided to not go back to my old diet because it's like, okay, so I have all these allergies and this is what's actually happening to my skin. Why can I not just maintain these things? And I have always struggled with indigestion. So things like beef and meat and all these things just really don't sit well with my stomach. It had nothing to do with save the animals and all of that. It had absolutely nothing to do with that. Actually, I love beef, but I just cannot eat it. And because of that, I didn't eat it for a long time and I just grew not to like it. Like my system learned not to like it. So the second thing that I do is juicing. All right. I'm also going to link a video of my juicing. I juice celery, apples, and some other fruits. I take that on an empty stomach in the morning. I've been doing that for the past 6 years. Every single day, religiously. The only time I don't do that is if I'm sick or, as a woman, it's just one of those days. But I make sure that I juice every single morning. The next thing is intermittent fasting. Because I was doing my juicing, I realized that I would not be hungry the entire day until like 4 or 5 p.m. and then I'll eat a little portion of food. Because I have indigestion, I don't eat after 6. So when I eat a little portion of food between 5 and 5:30 and 6 or 4:30 and 5:30, I am full to the brim and I cannot eat after 6. Is how I'm able to maintain a slender figure. Is loads and loads of intermittent fasting. And now it just comes naturally to me. All of these things, I swear to God, they just happen as a byproduct of other things. It's kind of like a domino effect. It just happened as a byproduct of other changes that I made in my life. No, I didn't wake up one day to be like, oh, I'm going to start intermittent fasting. I would not have been able to do it. But because I was juicing, I realized like, wait, I have not eaten and it's already like 4:30. 5 p.m. and I just stuck with it. So the juicing is super important. It fills you up and you're not hungry until like evening. So that gives me about 12 to 14 hours of intermittent fasting. So from 6 p.m. the previous day till about 5 p.m. the next day. How I have been doing it. So that is basically my lifestyle. So the other thing is I wear sunscreen. Okay, I wear sunscreen. I cover up. People underestimate the power of sunscreen or underestimate the intensity or the power of sun damage. Sun damage can age you. I am pushing 40. In case you didn't know, I'm pushing 40. Sun damage can age you, so you want to stay away from the sun. If you have to go outside, make sure you're wearing your sunscreen. But so this is the lifestyle that I maintain, but I save the best for last. The last thing that I do that gives me such great skin and makes me look so good and youthful is I don't give a fuck, child. I just don't. And I think you can do all of these things and you let people's opinions and other external things bother you, you're going to lose weight. You're going to look cranky. You're going to be stressed out of your mind. I just don't care. I don't give a flying. I don't give a hoot what you choose to do with your time, what you choose to do with your body, what you say about my body, what you say about what I do with my body or my time. I don't give a flying fuck. Excuse my French. I genuinely don't care. And I think to be able to survive this life without driving yourself crazy, you need to have some level of selfishness, some level of greed. I am a very self-absorbed person. I have naturally an unhealthy dose of self-confidence. It's borderline sociopathic. I'm always in my own bubble. I am delusional AF. I live in my own world. I live in my own bubble. Like, I really don't even notice the things happening around me sometimes. Like, I'm walking on the street, people will walk past me, people that know me, and they'll be like, man, hi. And I was like, oh my God, hi. I swear to God, I didn't even notice them. Not because I'm trying to be this mean girl, but no, just because I'm always in my own head. I'm an overthinker. I'm overthinking things. I'm trying to think about my next move. Like, there's so much happening in my head every 24 hours. I just do not have the time. And I am so quick to cut people off. Like, I walk around with a pair of paring scissors. I'm so quick to cut people off, snip, snip. Anything that does not serve me or makes me sad or I don't feel fulfilled, I am cutting it out of my life. My friends, I love my friends. They are a big part of my life. Honestly, I feel bad for women who don't have lady friends. I love my friends. Whenever the friendship is starting to look weird, because I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, if it's not serving me, your friendship is not going to serve you all the time. You also have to think about the other person. But when it starts to get to a toxic level, baby, peace out. Peace out, I'm gone. That is me. That's how I function. Like, I could be crazy in love with you today, and the next day is like, I'm sorry for that man. I'm sorry for that woman. I have no idea who that woman is. I could be walking down the street and I wouldn't know a thing. That is me. So that is the most integral part of me looking the way that I look. I just don't give a fuck. So if you do all of these things and you miss that last step, something is still going to be off. Yeah, so I just don't care. I don't care very much unless it's giving me money or is for my kid or for my family or for my friends or something that I'm passionate about, my business, skincare. I don't care. I really don't. I hope this helps. Empress Lore, okay? Go ahead and do this. And the exercising is very important. And don't forget to stretch your joints, Make sure you have your regular doctor's visits, your dental appointments. Make sure you do all of these things. Just take good care of yourself. Love yourself. I know it sounds very cliche when people say love yourself, but truly there are people out here who hate themselves. Like, they cannot sit with themselves. Learn to love your own company, okay? I love my own company. Before I had so many friends, I was a loner. So I have been on each end of the stick. So I'm very comfortable with having so many friends. I'm very comfortable with being a complete loner. So I've been able to find that balance, okay? You need to know if you are comfortable with being alone. I am very comfortable by myself. I can live by myself for a long time. I've done it before. I can live with people. Generally, between you and me, I don't like to live with people. It's just too much stress, too much cleaning to do. I'm too picky. I have OCD, but that's a story for another day. Look good, smell good, do good. Get your nails done. All of those things will make you feel happy. Get your toenails, especially. Now I don't have my fingernails done, but my toenails are done. My toenails are always done. They stay done. Your feet is a major cause of depression. I don't know if people know this, but if you have beautiful feet, as in your feet, they're clean, you don't have any callousness on your feet, honey, you will feel like that girl. So always take care of your feet. Make sure they're hydrated, not ashy. Your toenails are always done. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on acrylics, but you can do regular polish, you can do gel polish, you can do whatever you can do that is cost effective. You can even do your feet at home. So these are all the things that I do that makes me look the way I do. Empress Law, hope this answers your question. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comments, and I will be making videos based off of that one shot. So keep adding the things you want to see and I will get to them. If we're at this part of the video and you are not subscribed, why do you hate me? If you're not interested in skin lightening, skin bleaching, or anything else that I say, just subscribe to the channel because I'm pretty. Thank you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.